Cool. All right, welcome to Wednesday. Let me just push myself back here a little so you can see my mat. Cool stuff. How you guys? Welcome in. Okay, as everyone's joining, if you have any questions, now is your time. You can go unmute yourself or pop it in the chat box. Anything at all, just fire away, ask away. Otherwise, we will go ahead and get started and get moving. Perfect. Okay, cool. Magic, you guys. Cool. We're going to start on your back this evening. So go ahead, whenever you're ready, go ahead and come to lying down for me on your mat. And we're going to take the feet onto the floor and the arms down by your side. We're going to start to move through that whole body nice and slow, warming it up for a little bit more of a challenge this evening. So from here, let's go ahead. Arms by your sides, feet on the floor. We're just going to lift the shoulders to the ears and then slide the fingers to your toes. And shoulders to ears and fingers to toes. So we're just starting to sort of almost shrug the shoulders up and down. As your fingers reach to the toes, allow the arm to slide on the floor. Don't need to overthink it, don't need to work too hard here. Just starting to prepare the body. Again, releasing out tension in areas that we commonly hold tension. The shoulders, the jaw, the front of the hips, the lower back. Do one more. Excellent stuff. And then let the arms relax somewhere in the middle. I like to drop one and drop the other arm. I'm going to turn to look over to the right, head to center, and roll my skull to the left. And then let your head just do a little rock back to center. I'm going to tip right, left, and then let it find the center. It's going to pause. We're going to do two more. Take your head, tilt it to one side, let it roll, and eventually it'll just settle. Last time, rock and roll to the center and stay there. We're going to lengthen the back of the neck by just looking over your knees. And then try to just look just behind you with your eyes. So we're not going majorly far. It's not a big movement of the head here. It's just looking over your knees and looking slightly behind you. Looking over your knees in front of you. Allowing the eye line to travel along the ceiling. See that one more time. And then let it settle in the center. Good stuff. We're going to take the work to the pelvis now. Let's press into the feet and use that press of the feet to allow the pelvis to roll back into the mat. So lower back into the mat. And then release. So a little rock and roll of the pelvis here. As we're moving the pelvis, let's allow that movement to continue through the spine, ribs, and into that head. So we've just got that little rock and roll. Tipping forwards and backwards here, nice and slow. Take your time with it. And then settle somewhere in the middle. Allow the pelvis to just drop back onto the floor. And then I want you to reach your right knee forwards. That's going to lift the right hip off the floor just a little bit so the weight comes into your left hip or your left pelvic half. And then slowly return the right side back to the floor. Legs are balanced. Reach the left knee forwards to pick the left hip up and drop it back. Right knee forwards to pick the right hip up and drop it back. Left knee forwards to lift the left hip up and drop it back. Four more. Reach and drop back. Three and drop back. Last two. Reach to lift the hip and back. Last one. And then take it back. Let's go ahead and start to circle the pelvis on the mat. So just rolling it around. Anything feeling stiff or uncomfortable here, let pain be your guide. Yeah, anything that doesn't feel good, we don't push into it. Anything that feels good, we move towards it. Yeah, let's reverse the circle, same in the other direction. Good, let's do 3, Good. And then settle the pelvis somewhere in the middle and stand into the feet. We're going to start to lift the pelvis. Reach the knees forward, reach the shins forward, take that body up into bridge, and then releasing the body, come all the way to the floor. Again, find the feet. Arms are heavy, but not pressing here. Ribs softening back, and then dropping the body back down. Stand into the feet, reach the knees. We're opening the front of the body here, using the back of the body to lift us up. No squeezing in the glutes here, no squeezing in that butt. And as you come down, see, can you spread yourself out on the mat to the sides? 2 more times. Stand in the feet, reach the knees. Keep sending those knees forwards, those shins forwards. And then as you come down, melting down and also blurring out the edges of the spine to the floor. Last one. Press to lift, releasing the seat bones, melting the body, taking it all the way back. We're going to continue and we're going to add the arms. Reaching the arms overhead, stand in the feet, they reach. Returning back to the floor, coming back down. We're going to do 3 more like that. Arms overhead as we send the knees and the shins forwards. Arms inviting the body back to the floor. 1 more time. Stand, reach, and open through the front of the hips. Returning the body all the way to the floor. Really good. We're going to take one leg up into the air here. Then go ahead, take your time. Second leg joins it. I'm going to take my right foot to the floor. Feel that connection right into the abdominals. And swap with the left. Now, if it's too much for you here, moving the legs at the same time, you're welcome to take one leg up, then the other leg down and up. The legs both moving at the same time just adds an extra small level of complexity to it. If it's available to you, go ahead and send the arms right up to the sky here. We're going to press and press. Let's go. 8 and 7 and 6 and 5. Good. Go 4. Then 3. Let's go 2. Last one. I'm going to, whatever leg is in the air, I'm going to get you to keep it in the air. And that opposite arm reaches overhead as the leg reaches out in front. And they come back. You touch your hand to your knee. So I send the arm away and the leg away, and I come in to touch. We've got 4 and come back. Good, you guys. 3, stretching that cross body line. Last 2, reach and back. The last one, big stretch and back. You're going to take your hands to the front of that thigh now. Stretch the other leg out. We're just going to push. You can keep the other hand in the air to the floor. It doesn't matter. Push your leg into your hand, push your hand into your leg, and hold that press. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. So keep the hand there, keep the knee there. Again, push, leg to hand, hand to leg. 5, push, 4, push, 3, feeling that center fire, and 1, and release it. Again, push hand to leg to hand. 5, push, 4, push, 3, push, 2, push, 1, and release it. We're going to do it 1 more time. Here we go. Pushing the leg into the hand into the leg. Firing up that hip flexor and that deep core for 3, for 2, for 1, and release. I'm going to drop that knee to the floor. And I'm going to take my opposite leg up into tabletop. Touch my hand to my leg, opposite arm to opposite leg here. I'm going to send the leg and the arm out. And they come back. And we stretch open. And we come back. We've got 4. Return. Reach for 3. Take it back. Big stretch away for 2. And back. Big stretch away for 1. Hand to the front of the thigh. Get hand back into your leg. 5. Push. 4. Push. 3. Push. 2. Push. 1. And release. And again, we're going to push for 5. Really drive the knee in. Really drive the hand forward. Keep soft in the face. We're going to do that 4 more times. Push and push. 5. Push and push. 4. 3, 2, 1, and release. And again, push for 5. Push for 4. They're like heavy on the floor. Really drive that knee in. We do that 2 more times. Push and push. Push and push. Push and push. You've got 3, 2, 1. Relax. Let's do it once more. Push it in. This is 5. Push for 4. Push for 3. Drive 2 and 1. And relax. Excellent. Go ahead. Take both of these into your chest. You're so welcome to keep the upper body down on the mat here. If you can, lifting the head, neck, and shoulders off the mat. We're going to pull the right knee into the chest. Send the left leg all the way away. Swap. Pull the other leg. Keep going. Swap and swap. Now, as you pull that knee into the chest, you really hug that knee in. And as the leg reaches away from you, it really stretches away from you. This is 8 and 7 and 6. Good, you guys. 5. Swap for 4, for 3, for 2, and 1. Both knees hug into the chest. We're going to take that right leg to the ceiling now. Stretch it out, left foot to floor. If you can, straighten your left leg out on the floor. If that's too much, you are absolutely welcome to keep the knee bent on the mat. Arms slightly wider than the mat. Reach the leg up. Flex the foot and point your toes. Flex, point, flex, point. We're going to flex, reach out through the heel. Hold it. Leg comes across the body, and we're going to circle it. Down, around, and up. Hold. Across, around, and 2. Across, around, and 3. Across, around, and 4. One more. Good. Reverse. Out, around, and 1. Out, around, and 2. Out, around, and 3. Out, around, and 4. Last one. Good stuff. We're going to bend the knee foot to floor. Slide the legs and swap them. So if you can, right leg straight now, but you're welcome to have the knee bent on the mat. Opposite leg stretches to the ceiling. We point, we flex, we point, keep lengthening behind the knee. 4, reach through the heel. 3, reach through the heel. 2, reach through the heel. 1, reach through the heel. Leg comes across your body. Down, around, and 1. Over, down, around, and 2. Over, down, around, and 3. Over, down, around, and 4. Over, down, around, and 5. Reverse. Out, around, and 1. Out, around, and 2. Out, around, and 3. Out, around, and 4. Last one. Out, around, and hold it. Really good. Whatever leg's in the air, that left leg, let's go ahead and hold it. We're going to pull that leg in. Swap over. If it's available to you, upper body comes off the mat. If that's too much, keep it down. If there's anything going on in your lower back, keep the upper body down. Swapping 8. Pull in 7. Pull in 6. Pull in 5. Let's go 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hug both knees into your chest. And then you're going to lie down on the mat, on your back, sending the arms all the way overhead, the legs are all the way out in front of you. You are welcome to do a modified roll up if that feels better. So holding onto the backs of the legs, sending the feet to the floor and rolling up to seated here if the full roll up doesn't work for you. Otherwise, you're lying on the mat, you're going to take a breath. You're going to send your arms to the ceiling, your eyes follow, big breath out, exhale, curl all the way up, stretching forwards towards your toes. And then sit up all the way up onto your tailbone. And then rolling back down onto the mat, lengthening your body, lying yourself down the whole length of the mat. Inhaling, stretching those arms all the way overhead, legs all the way up, rolling it up. Feeling those ribs turn, rolling like a wave, coming forwards, using that breath out, spine stretch. Sitting super tall on the tailbone, rolling it all the way back down. Lengthening the spine, getting stretch in the back of you and the front of you, all the way out. 2 more times. Exhale to roll it all the way up. Big reach. Keep following through, reaching the fingers, sitting all the way up on the tailbone and rolling all the way down. Lengthening from behind you, opening the hips. Big reach, arms overhead, legs out in front. Last one, here we go. Arms roll, eyes roll, body roll, shoulders, ribs, everything forwards. Reach the fingers to your toes. Put your head between your arms. Big stretch. Stack all the way up from the tail to the crown of the head. Legs can be a little wider than your hips here. We're going to stack the arms one over each other. We're going to rotate to look over your right shoulder. Allow your left leg to slide forwards when it wants to. Back to center. Rotate to look over your left shoulder. back to center, rotate to look over your right shoulder, turning your ribs, back to center, rotate to look over your left shoulder. Excuse me, back to center, 2 more, rotate to look over your right shoulder, back to center, rotate to look over your left shoulder, and back to center. Stay as you are, but maybe take those legs a little wider. We're gonna interlace the hands, pop them behind the head. We're gonna turn to the right, so I want you to turn towards your right leg, and then side bend left elbow to left knee, and lift up. Turn to the left, side bend right elbow to right knee, and lift. Turn, so we're side crunching here, down, lift, center, rotate, down, up, center. Good, we make this a little more challenging by pulling the legs a little closer to each other. Keep breathing, keep moving. Nice. Make this next one your last one. Very good. And then back into the center. We're going to keep the hands behind the head. Zip your legs back together. Head is heavy in your hands. I want you to lean back. Lean your head into your hands. Your elbows are still pointing forwards. And then exhale, just sit right up onto your tailbone. Again, lean back. Take the weight of your head into your hands. Hinge back with a flat back. No rolling here. Stretch. And sit all the way up. We'll do that 2 more times. Flat back, lean back, head in your hands, reach it back, and exhale to lift it up. 1 more time, hinge back, reach back, stretch, open the front of you, and sit all the way up to the top. Excellent stuff. Go ahead from here. Excuse me, from here we're going to take it over onto the front of your body. Stack the hands out in front of you, and drop your head down onto your hands. Elbows reaching wide, legs heavy. Good stuff. When you're ready, we're going to send the hands through the floor. Drop the belly into the mat as we lift the head and open the chest. Releasing all the way back down to the floor. Send the arms through the floor, lift. So we're pushing to get that little bit of a lift. Releasing any tension in the bum and then come back down. So no squeeze in the back of you. 2 more times, press to lift. And then release it down. 1 more time, press to lift. Good stuff. And releasing it down. Now we're going to keep the hands and the head glued together. Lifting the head with the support of those arms on the upper back. We're not going to come as high here and come back down. Making sure that we're not squeezing any muscle in the bum here. 2 more times. Little lift. And releasing down. 1 more time. Reach it up. And take it back. Now we're going to take the arms out to the sides of your body into a helicopter, into that plane. I'm going to take my right arm up, lift the right side of my chest, and feel my left arm reaching, wanting to reach to the left, but instead of reaching out to the left, I want you to push down into that left hand to allow you to lift a little higher on your right side. Go ahead and take it back down. Push down into your right arm, lift and look open to the left, making sure that we're not sliding out to the side here. So we're going to lift and look and take it back. And lift and look and take it back. Last 2, lift and rotate. Good, strengthening the back of the body here, so important. Opening the front of the body, really working on that posture. When you're ready, heavy hips, heavy legs. We're going to take both arms up, chest up, and now I'm going to look to the right, left hand touches the floor. Look to the left, right hand touches the floor. So I'm dipping one airplane wing, dipping the other airplane wing. This is 5, 4, good you guys, 3, last 2, last 1, back to center and release this all the way down. My hands are going to be under my shoulders, maybe even a little further back, so fingertips in line with the top of the shoulder. I'm going to reach my elbows back, start to look up and then push away. Allow those hips to lift with you so that we're not sinking in those shoulders. Push away. Release any tension in the pelvic floor, any squeeze in your bum. Let it go so we get to decompression in the spine. And then let yourself lie all the way back down on the floor. Again, elbows reach, push away, let the back of you go. Really allow those eyes to look up, the chest to look up, the belly button to look up. And lie it all the way back down. Last two here. Full reach up, big stretch. And then releasing. Last time, press the mat. Push away, open the hips. Sit right back into your heels here. And let's just take it into that long child's pose stretch. Anything in that lower back doesn't feel good, feel free to have your hips off your heels and take it into that modified version. Inhaling in through the nose and out through the mouth. Long reach through the fingers. Long stretch through the shoulders. And then go ahead, sit back into those heels. And lift yourself all the way back. Good. We're going to come up onto kneeling here. Taking that right leg out in front, as long as that feels okay to you. And we're going to tuck those back toes under. So we've got that square box here. Good stuff. When you're ready, you've got a couple of options with your hands. You can leave them down by your side. You can take them to your hips. Or if you want to challenge, you reach them out in front. We're going to go ahead and hover that back knee. Just move my mat back so I don't cut my head off. You hover that back knee off the floor. And then go ahead and release it all the way to the mat. Good. And again, hover that back knee off the floor. Hug the sides of your hips together. And release it all the way down. We've got 3 more times. Hover that back knee off the floor. And release it back down. 2 more. Hover that back knee, square off those hips, and take it back down. Last one, hover that back knee. Then we're going to reach out with that back heel. So we're going to have that big long stretch in that back leg. Go ahead, take the knee towards the floor and hover. Push that back leg straight. Bend that back knee down. Push that back leg straight. Bend that back knee down. Let's go. 4. And then keeping that beautiful flat back for 3. Weight is in this front hip and hamstring. Last 2. And back. Hold it out on 1. And then transition so that you're just touching the back toes off the floor. There's no weight in that back leg. We're going to lift the back leg up. Keep reaching through those fingertips. And you're welcome to have your hands on your hips. You're welcome to take your hands into prayer and push those hands together. Do whatever you need to find balance, stability, control here. Reach out with that back leg. So good. We're going to do 3, keeping that really long spine. 2, only lifting that leg just up off the floor. Hold it. Stay here. Circle the leg. You're welcome to hold on to a wall or a table or a chair. Good. Last 2. Last 1. Reverse the circle. 6, 5, and 4. And 3, reach for 2, reach for 1. I'm going to take my foot to the floor, drop all the way down. Exactly. And then go ahead, swap the legs over. Back toes tucked under, body looking forwards. Take that breath, push up, hover. Good. We've got a strong front leg, we've got a strong back glute, and we take it back down to the floor. Push it up, find your hover, hip lifts. Take it back down. Yes. 3 more times. Hover, square off the pelvis, and release. 2 more times. Push it up, square it off, and release. Last one, here it is. Push it up, find the hover. Then we're going to reach out with that back leg. Drop that back knee to the floor. Reach it away. When you reach out again with this back leg, we're almost pushing that heel into that imaginary wall that it's up against here. Push so we get this beautiful length from the crown of the head to the tailbone to the heel. You're making one long line. Last one. Take it forward, hold, and then transition to just touching the toes to the floor. We're going to lift the leg up and tap it down. reach out. Now that leg is only lifting as high as it can without coming into that lower back. Okay, so we open out that front hip and touch the toes to the floor. Big stretch, big press into that standing foot for 4, and touch the floor for 3, and touch the floor. You do that 2 more times. Hold the leg, big stretch out through it. Circle for 6, and 5, 4, 3, squeeze for 2, and 1, and reverse 6, and 5, big stretch, 4, 3, balance, 2, and 1, foot to floor, drop all the way back down into that lunge, take both knees to the mat, and let's take it onto all fours. Good, press the hands through the floor, curl the tail, round through the spine, lifting the belly up and away from the mat, up and away from the thighs. Feel the tailbone gently drop towards the floor, and then reverse it without squeezing the upper back. Shine the chest bone, release the seat bones. Push the feet to the floor. That's it, that's it, that's it. Keep breathing. Push through the hands, lengthen through the tailbone, and send it away. Open it out. Again, 3 more times. Curl. And release. Very good. 2 more. Finding that really lovely lift of those abdominal muscles up and under. And releasing, strengthening out those wrists and those shoulders here. Last one. And taking it back, holding yourself in that neutral spine. I'm going to send my right leg out behind me and my left hand out in front of me, touching the floor. And then we lift the arm and leg, stretch them. And we touch 4 and lift. 3, really challenging yourself to maintain that steady center here, pushing the mat away with that standing arm. Last one, hold it, little pulses up. 8, 7, 6, maintain length. Eye gazes slightly forwards for 2 and 1. I'm going to take that hand in to touch the knee. Push the hand into the knee into the hand, and stretch away. 4 more times. Push. So just like what you did on your back with a stretch. This is 3. Keep releasing the seat. Push the mat away. 2. Finding that balance challenge. 1 more time. Tap. And reach it away. And hand to mat and knee to mat. Really good. We're going to take opposite leg out, toes to floor, opposite hand out, fingers to floor. We're going to lift the arm and the leg, big stretch, and tap. Reach and tap for 3 to the floor. Reach for 2, big stretch, and to the floor. 1 more time, hold it up here. Little pulses. 8, 7, arm and leg sit from that upper back and from that bum for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Then I'm going to take hands to thigh, push, and stretch. 4 more. Keep strengthening that opposite side by pushing the mat away with your hand. Press 3. Big reach away. Press 2. Big stretch away. Last one. Press. Big stretch away. And then replace the hand and the knee. Super stuff. Take yourself lying all the way back down. We're going to send those arms out in front. Reaching the fingers forwards. Palms facing each other. Thumbs up. Baby fingers down. We're going to lift the right arm higher than your ear. Lift the left leg. And replace. Opposite arm and leg. And we want that the arm and leg that's on the floor drop a little heavier into the floor. And down. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. This is 4. Down. 3. My head and my chest are off the floor, but you're welcome to have them down. Makes it a little harder. Last one. And down. We're going to take the arms and the legs off the mat. Everything together. And lower back. Arms and the legs off the mat. Look for length more than height. Last one, arms and legs off the mat and swim for 10, 9, arms and legs, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and lower to the floor. Really good, you guys. Take your hands and sit right back into those heels and take it into that child's pose stretch, into that shell stretch, arms reaching out in front of you on the mat. Drop the head, drop the chest, and stay with that. Stay breathing. Inhale. And out. Beautiful. Whenever you're ready, go ahead and take yourself up. We're going to take it down to lying on your side. Line yourself up from your fingers to your toes with the back edge of the mat. And then you have two choices for that arm. You can either bend the elbow and tuck the arm onto your head, stay lying down. Or if it's okay for you, you take the elbow when you bend it and you take your head to your hand, supporting the weight of your head. Hand in front, and then we're just going to pick the legs up wherever you are and take them to the front edge of that mat. Okay, when it's done, when you're ready, top leg is going to lift just up to hip height. Reach out through that leg. I'm going to start to circle it. Not a massive circle, but not a tiny circle. You're in control of that range though. If you feel like you would benefit from a smaller circle here, that's what you're going to go with. We've got 3, we've got 2, last one, reverse it, up and over. Bottom leg is dropping through the floor. For 3, circle 2, circle 1, and hold. That top leg is going to kick. Front, front, point the toes, back, back. Reach the heel, front, front, point back, back, and kick, kick, and sweep, sweep. Making sure that we're not crushing the hand with the head. Last 2, kick, kick, and back, back. Last 1, good. Hold it back there, bicycle. Bend the knee, knee to chest or to arm. Extend the leg, sweep it back. Bend behind, thread it through. Send it forwards, sweep it back, bend, pull through, stretch and sweep, bend, pull through, stretch, sweep, 2 more, bend, pull through, stretch and sweep. Last one, bend, pull through, stretch and reverse it. Take it forward, bend, send it back, stretch it back, straight leg, bent knee, send it back, stretch it back, sweep. Bend, send it back, 2 more, sweep, bend, behind, and reach. Last 1, 2, 3, and out, taking both legs together. Well done. When you're ready, we're going to reach out through the top leg, flex the bottom foot, we're going to lift the bottom leg to the top leg, lower the bottom leg down, lift the bottom leg to the top leg, lower down. You can take the legs a little bit further back if that feels easier to you. We've got 3, and lower the bottom leg down. Stay strong in your middle. We've got 2, lower that bottom leg down. Last one, we're going to hold the legs up, point the toes, flex the feet, those legs are together. 1 more, point, flex. We're going to lower both legs. Stay lifting in that underneath waistline. We're going to lift both legs. 2 more. This is so strengthening for the side hips and stretching that opposite one. Last one, and release, taking both legs down. Really good. When you're ready, press yourself up to seated into mermaid here. So 1 leg in front, 1 leg behind, hand to the floor. We're going to send that opposite arm all the way up into that really big side stretch. So I push the mat away, and I push my fingers away, and I make myself into that really big C shape in my ribs. Come up, hold onto your shin on that opposite side, and open into that side bend. Take it back, hand to floor, push the floor away as I reach to where the wall meets the ceiling. Take it back, hold the shin, arm reaches up and over. Last one in either direction. Push and reach, big stretch. Take it back, up and over, excellent. And then we're going to stay. Now we're going to stay here. The leg that's behind, go ahead and take it around and have it sort of on the mat so that you're relatively comfortable seated, okay? Whatever leg you've just moved, that same side hand comes to behind your head, opposite hand can come to the floor as we side bend. And then we're going to lift. Okay. Side bend. So just getting used to this positioning. One more. Side bend. Good. And lift. Now we'll see, can we add the leg? Side bend and stretch the leg. Lift and pull the leg in. So we get a big crunch in that waist. We get a big stretch in the waist. And we come back in. If you can, both hands go behind your head. That's your challenge. 3. And pull it up. Really reach. We're working on that balance, that control, that knowing how far we can push it. Last one. Reach it over. And take it all the way up. Super. And relax. Let's go ahead. Spin it onto that opposite side. So we're going to lie down on the opposite side now, reaching fingers to toes all the way out. Any shoulder issues, feel free to keep the upper body completely down. But if everything's feeling okay today, go ahead and prop the hand up onto the head. Lift the legs up and reach them to the front corner of the mat. Stretching out, flex the feet. We're going to take the top leg up in line with that, or up in line with the hip. So foot lifts up to the hip. Keep dropping into the bottom leg, and we're going to circle that top leg. Again, that range is up to you. Not huge, but big enough so that it's a challenge. Small enough that you can control it really comfortably. Okay, keep reaching out through the heel. Top hand supporting on the floor. We've got 2 more. One more time here, and then let's go ahead. Same circle, but in reverse. Up and over. Up and over. Feeling that stretch. Dropping the opposite leg heavy into the floor. Feeling that side hip working nice and hard. Core is working hard. Waist is working hard. This is 2. And last one, we're going to take the leg. Kick, front, front. Point the toes. Back, back. And kick, kick. And back, back. And kick, kick. And back, back. Go. 4, 4. Point back, back. And 3, 3. Sweep back. 2 more. Kick, kick. And reach, reach. Last one. Good. Hold it back there. Bicycle. We're going to bend, thread through, kick it front, sweep it back. Bend, thread, kick, and sweep. Open the hip. Close the hip. Stretch the back of the leg. Cycle through. Open the front hip. Open the back hip. Stretch the leg. One more. Bend, sweep, and reverse. Open the back leg, bend, open the front hip and stretch. Sweep it forward, bend it in, send it back and stretch the leg. 3, bend, behind and stretch for 2. Bend, thread it back and stretch. Last one, sweep, bend, behind and stretch the leg around and take it down. We're going to have that top leg up at the hip height. Bottom leg lifts to the top leg, inner thigh squeeze and lower. Bottom leg up to the top leg. We're using that top hand on the mat for support. Keep lifting your head out of that bottom hand. Last 2, squeeze it up. Keeping the hips stacked, one on the other, hold it. Point the toes, flex the feet. Point, flex, 2, flex, 1. Flex, hold the legs. We're going to lower both legs together. Lift both legs up together. Squeeze through those inner thighs. Both legs lower and lift. 3. Lower and lift. 2. Lower, lift. 1. And lower the legs all the way down. Press yourself up to seated sideways. Mermaid in the opposite position. So opposite leg in front, opposite leg behind. Extend the arms. Hand to the mat. Push the mat away. And big turn in the ribs here. Fingertips reaching where the wall meets the ceiling. Push it up. Hand to the shin or to the mat and side stretch in the other direction. Up, over, push and reach. Up, over, push and reach. One more of each. Up, press the mat away. Big side stretch. Up, over, big side stretch. Back to center. Really good. We're going to take the leg that's behind out in front of you. Or just slightly to the side. Okay, hand behind the head, other hand ready to come to the floor as we side bend and press it up. Good. As you're confident with this, if you want to straight away take both hands behind your head, you're welcome to. If you never want to take both hands behind your head, that is absolutely fine as well. Now when you're ready, we're going to side bend, send the leg away, side bend, and lift the leg to you. Big reach and stretch out, and pull it all the way in. We're going to do 3 more, and lift, and 2 more, and take it up. Excellent. Last one, side bend it away, and pull it all the way in. Good stuff, you guys. Relaxing those hands. Take it over onto your front. When you're ready, we're going to take the hands to the mat. We're going to walk those knees behind you. We're going to come up into that kneeling push-up position, okay? You can come up onto your toes after this first round if that feels better to you. I want everyone to straighten the knees, spread your fingers. We're going to pull the toes towards your bum, but don't cross at the ankles, okay? Keep those legs parallel. Really open that chest bone forward. And we're going to send those elbows back on the diagonal. Drop your chest right down to the floor, nose to floor. Take a breath. Now use your hands, use your arms. Push the floor away, come on. Coming down, 3, 2, 1. Big breath out. One more time, 3, 2, 1. Big breath out. Now if you want to come up onto your toes here, go ahead, otherwise stay on those knees. Same thing, but we're not going to touch the body to the floor, we just hover over it. 3, 2, 1, push. Elbows at the 45-degree angle, hands under shoulders, shoulders over wrists. Last one, 3, 2, 1. Push it up. Wherever you are, send those legs right out behind you. Shine your chest bone forwards. We're going to walk the hands back to the hips. Push your hips right up to the sky. And then take it all the way back out. We're in that full plank. Now we're staying a little wider in the feet. I want you to bend the knees, sit the hips back to your heels, push your legs away, open the chest forwards. 3 more, we bend, and we push to stretch, really reach through the heels. 2 more, bend, and push to stretch. 1 more time, bend it. Push to stretch, walk the feet a little further forwards, and then walk the hands until you're just rolled over in that dangling position. Stay over there, stay rounded, stay breathing. Super. Then whenever you're ready, excuse me, go ahead, feet through the floor, roll the pelvis back on top of your thigh bones, roll all the way up to standing. And then once you're there, I'm going to practice do that balance, roll up onto the balls of the feet, spread the toes, and then roll down through the foot. Roll up and roll down through the foot. 3 more times. Roll up, roll down through the foot. 2 more. Roll up, roll down through the foot. We're going to roll up and we're going to pause. We're going to lower halfway, push with the feet to lift. Lower, pushing through the ball of the foot, strong through the back of you here. This is 5, push, 4, push, 3, push it up, 2 more, down, lift, last one, down, lift, and heels to the floor. Excellent, big reach up, arms to sky, inhale up, and release it away. Last one, arms come all the way up, interlace the hands, soft knees. We're going to draw that little circle, that little halo around the top of the head. Ribs moving, shoulders moving, hips moving. Reverse it for 4, for 3, and 2, and 1. Back to the center. Big reach up to the sky, and let the arms go completely. Excellent, you guys, job done. Really nice work. As always, if you have any questions, go ahead and you can shout away, or you can always email them into me afterwards. Thank you so much for joining, and I will see you next Wednesday.
Great, thanks, Gillette.
My pleasure, well done. Thank you so much.